Mediwaya Sanaba. I want to tell you that don't make decisions when you are angry, happy, or emotional. Most of the time, when you are too elated, when you are too angry, when you are too sad, it is better to keep quiet. Babylon fun to me, boom, because to me, my energy mouth to be was shable beer. Wow, we are that's the energy to cause me. Before mouth to me can say beer. Why before need to call you out say why didn't I just keep quiet? I read mouth to me can say beer. I wanted to call why didn't I just keep this to myself? So when you are too emotional, basically learn how to keep quiet. Talk less. See, ebia ejumemu na wo and I say ebia boss be and you may be chewa. That's how we should say just keep quiet. When you are jabu so now for no amount for just keep quiet. So just keep quiet. Basically, talk less. Basically, yes, you know how you do, talk less. Ama Prinsler is here to give us the trends of what's going on. Ama.
Good morning, my dear.
Obapa. Yeah, the Ghana baller now.
Oh, Debbie, me so I'm feeling I'm
and to see representing Ghana old.
Ghana so fun, yama, Muntina Mancha color white.
Mr. Hanson was in the Chedoco Puku. That's what I'm following. I'll go back to the town. Hey, Mr. Hanson found 1 year and they need to be studied in fashion schools in Ghana because, hey, dear. Hey, Mr. Hanson, they free as I'll go baby. Uncle baby,
hey, I'm not
going and put me on what?
No, me was some can.
Hey, I said, me.
Wait, me grandmother na tell me on. Na okasin bi kire me. O say Kwame. Say e ka usika last one between aduane ne atade.
Atade.
Now ujina hobi. But it's always nice.
I didn't tell us if I thought I.
Well, my grandmother said that I never asked her why, but I obeyed it. Me tie do kan until I try to dress well.
I think it's basically don't look like what you are going through.
Exactly.
A mama who say unkwana break.
But no cranny anonym and also saving me on so many occasions.
Looking good, no.
Yeah, when looking just nice, looking nice. I saved me on so many occasions. One, you never know who you will meet. What I say, until when you put up a good, your friend saying appearance, better. And sometimes, I've been involved in some what I would call accidents. The way I was dressing into, people can say, "Oh, the people we on Tisa." When say some time ago, let me show you, let me just share this thing with you. Now I'm Opera Square, and those days, Opera Square, and Accra na Akronfo headquarters. Opera Square. Yeah, you will me a hobby be idea into minimum hopper, na na Accra na headquarters. When we say like we are in a lane, yeah, abna me to mensa na mensa ko ubiko kum. This is dangerous. I mean, like
you go to Opera Square. Hey.
Yeah. Me namo how it happened. Me say don't pakun she batakari. You know say batakari the extra side say say kwa on pakun move cause ya. Yeah, cause say so me move with my hand
into the pocket.
You know the man caught me my hand in the pocket.
Which you was saying.
When we say odane no ho a ohwe me no se da bi. Na ankofa arashi me on be bro me. No see abranti we on your cromfo. Like just appearance. That's the way my dream who's up to now. I chill more than 30 years. What I say. It is sometimes you can find yourself in a situation your looks
will set you free.
Will set you free. Intermediate, I obeyed what my grandmother said.
It makes a lot of sense.
Until what would say maybe if your grandmother didn't say this to you, well, I'm sharing it with you.
Because it makes a lot of sense actually.
Yeah,
wow. Anyway, yeah, Abena, what's on the itinerary for the day?
All right. Now me my phone I have for social media and listening the action. You don't want to say the action. I want to say you have the GPM and on ba betie. They work and your papa ni boni ni a uma beti. Now charity begins at home. I have other Nigerian stories, but I would want to start from Ghana. And it's starting from the Ghana movie industry. Kumawood to be precise.
Okay.
And some bebre cause a little boy for papa pana. Firing or fire Emilia Bobby and yasam ketwabna. So when you moku se ku show ya sister
yeah.
Actress 10 presenters.
Yeah.
Ama ye adwuma ya actual presenters ye adwuma ni bi nye because omuni actresses and actors ni as say presenters.
But I bet to differ. I mean, I can be an actress and be a singer and be a way. I can be multi-talented. It is a una every hour we would na won't call prayer. Me acting we me who say me I said Manuka say Manuka say meet me represent. It doesn't make me less of a presenter, does it?
Me nchiremo.
No, I don't know want you.
Me if you say me nchirem. Honestly, when we talk about presenting and journalism, we have code of ethics. Are you sure said this actresses and actors and presenters and journalists all of a sudden they have gone through the ethics and now because they have their numbers, anything should go?
That's say Jennifer Lopez or acting school. There be Jennifer Lopez or acting
no,
school.
not that I know.
Did she not come as a musician?
Yes.
And did she not branch into acting and it worked?
But abna baby presa every urban say. Yenina ye hunu say it was when the collapse of our movie industry, happened here. And there was a migration of actors and actresses. Omunina ebabegu presenting radio and television. Okay, so we need to say omo jumano a core form and I say a say, Then they said, okay, let us use our fame to migrate to maybe into the media. It doesn't make it wrong.
It's
because
not wrong.
It's not wrong.
I never said it's wrong.
But the point is that it was because of the collapse of the movie industry and that surge, and it's a fact.
But of all the sectors in the creative side, they could have done anything.
But some are politicians, actors and actresses. Some are politicians.
So all those that have diverted because of the field acting career.
Oh, of course. When was the last time they made movies?
But don't you think that it's because the pay out? Like I said, we grow as people.
Yeah.
It's as human beings, obi no person or fako.
Even
if Adena collapse, at some point you're going to be like, so what's next?
Yeah. So
it's just growth.
Yeah, the question is the growth now. What can 1 + 2. And 1 - 1. What I say? The actually say if the film industry was that vibrant, okay, and they were doing the film industry. So where comes the growth now? What can? It's a migration. Okay, you move from one industry and then another industry and then a bang. Or I say where me you see your numbers to your advantage, and then they migrated. So that's what happened, and we understand it. Say yet how the migration is happening. Now yet say the collapse of the movie industry. Then we are beginning to find answers to a problem. And yes, idea we may think that it is growth, but this is not growth.
This is not growth.
This is not.
But I think for somebody like Dumelo, I think it is growth.
Well,
you may be an actor or an actress and still have the ambition to become something one day.
Yeah.
It doesn't change. But you see the swift moving from movie and it's the same camera.
Was it swift?
Oh, so
it was swift. It was swift.
So fast.
It was swift.
It was swift.
It was
don't
swift.
pretend because of where you are sitting. It was so fast.
It was.
Swift.
And it was swift.
Fast and Furious.
It was.
Fast and Furious. It was so fast,
and
it's because I think it still has to do with the camera. On what Gina camera needs, I want cars, long shots, medium shots, and so working with them, it makes it easier.
Yeah.
So it was.
The point is that you see, they are not media shy. They are not camera shy. So what I say, because they've been in front of the camera for a long time. That's why I'm saying they looked at an industry that was very close
to what
and then they jumped. You see, the Dumelo one is a different way, because he moved from movies into politics. Okay, so that one is a bit. Maybe in Quebec, I can say, movies nearby. Would he have left?
Who the movies?
Oh no, it's a question. It's a question.
Hollywood near the
it's a question.
$1 million.
And no growth now. So what I say, but here I'm asking a question: if he was, would he have? but no dear you better train her later we will talk about.
Anyways, it's
yan to aswear le wan boy for the day mama Emilia Brobe wo grammar no say
guzo
show no so yeah interview sister Sandra Mbebio abebio say wonim say Sandra Mbebio say le win the buy was speculated say on the twempran on kra account na omo aware ne the ex-wife no egu ye
yeah
abena interview ni mu na on say millions dey I say won share that style and for show no because me na obi am from me kuku show so ye and ye ko frɛ Sandra Mbebio show no so and a question they go up and down just a lady na bisa na some crowd ni bu amfu o and say very demurely lady like bibia am ya post ya de na krama bibia cost streams na cost on YouTube o and ye bra lewin ko hu video say ade Adam me get it by said so I didn't see how you reacted towards this girl. Mo pretend it na camera no me ye mo pet. Girl you on your celebrity am na ba said so mo tian na han na. Wonya na ambassador into the na betina kuku say o mo go tell le ma le bu afu ankasa.
You go timber.
O feel say I know say
you kwa tie interview na ba azani abeti Lewin response to Emilia Brobe.
Wow pa kweju because me cry no ono na me ti ya kan say on na de ebre me
right
yeah wa boa pa aya o feel say when you bold in attach no na ebi mu di watam wo ne ho
idea ye bia ya na bonyo no bata ho it doesn't really matter me I've gone to understand say abrabo na me bono me hwede obi ka say me name I know my journey and I know what I know.
And you know what you want.
And I know what I'm about. And so whatever distraction that is around me, I know say kasa de nipa beka. Nipa hunu no nipa beka. Nipa peso can be obeka. But I don't let that distraction astray me from my main journey. I don't look at that.
Do you sometimes regret say when
I have never regretted anything in my life. No. Given back the same life, I would want God to take me through the same process.
That's amazing. I am a penipa omuye. Obi o the mere fact say ye did not target bema or no ne didn't buy no not as obetino, but watching you closely you appreciate love.
What I say? Ubi Sazan was a question me. What pretend it? First time, and this Sandra. The first movie, the church in Yahoo. I don't force her. The first time on it, me didn't back to myself, back my issue. Was a damn Sandra to demo, was one of them. The one channel. Obaya, hey, mammy, hey, Muslim fee. What you say, Tantalia? I'm a son of the buffet soleil. I shout on. I did not say Sandra. There's Nimudia. Sindia, who have been Copana, Sindio Basma, who will be a real bastard. Come when you said one says in the Memphis Levy, Sindia, whatever I say about so around town and fast away, and I pass that about. Oh, Nino, sound of food, only that town.
Sandra,
obedi movie chikwabedi no chikwana sese lewe no nyansa lewe kwa sese wajimi na kan na manema bugwase na be say juma ma hye premier me press Saturday osunyai Elizabeth na ka aba be say no
you know what yanko tie de Emilia kan bi because yanko tie de Emilia kan bi
say lewe na boa wo pa kweju because me cry no ono na me ti ya kan say on na de ebre me
right
yeah wa boa wo pa I feel saying when you bold in attach no na ebi mu di watam wo ne ho
idea ye bia ya na bonyo no bata ho it doesn't really matter me I've gone to understand say abrabo na me bono me hwede obi ka say me name I know my journey and I know what I know
and you know what you want
and I know what I'm about. And so whatever distraction that is around me, I know say kasa de nipa beka. Nipa hunu no nipa beka. Nipa peso can be obeka. But I don't let that distraction astray me from my main journey. I don't look at that.
Do you sometimes regret say when
I have never regretted anything in my life. No. Given back the same life, I would want God to take me through the same process.
That's amazing. I am a penny pa omuye. Obi o the mere fact say ye didn't target Bema or no ne didn't buy no not as or better no, but watching you closely no. The beer you appreciate love.
Is it just me or I think Amelia was just trying to like insinuate? Because me say the Amelia person me, I feel like there was a bit of an insinuation. Because some like I said, no, see, I'll not let people distract you from what I know, not from what you want.
Yeah.
What you want in your wire. Like Amelia was trying to create the impression, like I said, you know. I said, we know. I don't know how to say this, but what you say?
Abna, say, Osha communication. Me feel say one. Sandra no was straight to the point. She showed gratitude.
Yeah.
Me who know where Emilia was playing in the mischief. Okay, in the sense he said. But Sadia we crampono normally say yeah interviews. I think we should learn from it. We should let the interviewer no speak without putting words in the person's mouth. Yes, people will begin to do inferring, like they will inferences and stuff like that. It be na happens this year no. Anka oma Sandra no ekasaye Emma no can asemwa or no person can fa lerewe ho. I don't think this thing will happen because yes, people are trying to think say okay, you are trying to twist or twerk what the lady was trying to say. But when you listen to Sandra carefully, she showed gratitude. She showed gratitude. It made me come at a point, you know. I was worried. Say, Adentina, Emma, Kwajon Cancer, Lorraine, like the outburst. Okay, because I don't see the mischief in there. I don't see the mischief.
See, I think the part where I get he might be offended. And say, okay, say, we are very grateful person.
Yeah.
Also, you'll be anka you do butter ne ho no. Maybe I'll bet it to ho. I bet to no one saying. Say you dey butter father bet to me. Will you ask me that if you catch me say your father is a father and a boy me and that person a boy me and now they first a wine pool. Or they father doctor Kwakuti, you find pay for you. And now omodi ma buy industry muna. A man for case papa in a boa. And now if they attach me to that man, will I to take my home?
Okay, but
because there like why are they pass say baby I can want to tell when dinner time like
okay, was me ba. Nyina ye was our industry we mu a yes you nim say people show a lot of ingratitude like I think say ba no sa asem no krampo all over the industry ye won nkofo abo mu bebre a omu koja mic so na say omu ye bisa omu a they will tell you say oh me di na se ma nyame me wa na ke bia na abra na e den ebo ano and people get offended. It is okay say I'm grateful to this person. Me who say Lorraine or less say maybe when you compare her to him to your friend say Sandra. It means I will maintain say I don't see any mischief there. It is what friend saying Sandra Brobik Emalabobe kan no and a twerky assembly kakra bi. Yes, into me bow. No, me dear. Me say the lady did her work. Only that because you heard the previous conversation here, I can say because on your presenter Nintino, or she did a slight mistake and a slight mistake, and they did all this. Your friend said, "Rebata, Abba." I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. It's because oh yeah, will be a presenter. You are a trained person, okay? She wouldn't have done that because oh yes, I said, oh, there's so much in Ipanano. Now there's so much in Ipanano person. Go started somewhere there, almost drama, and then the rebate will start.
I feel like there was a twerk there because now Sister Emilia was trying to, you know how media works. It is the showbiz we are doing. There's the show part of the thing and there's a business part of the thing. Menya sure say Sister Emilia recorded with all the production, paying all the guys on the ground just to go and post the video and get like $5 or $2. So there must always be something part of the entire production. Numbers na there bedem. Yenti kroma bna won't be crowd that say Sandra Abebio and the deity ama.
It was a
whole topic on its own. Ama lady need to kwanko worry brony bikrano publicly. Lewin ex-wife from worry brony. Yes. Ama ne bekan. Kwakumenu. Yeah. I beg your pardon. Kwakumenu ex-wife. But lady ni pay. An interview be I'm sure Kuma would that wanna be blogger CBI granting interview. Ama lady ne kan say Sandra Abebio na egu na worry no twen ama de ebetu Sandra na atuno. So clearly, no, yes, Sister Emilia was trying to do something to raise that conversation again. Reason why Lewin Buefu our outburst and they say, time or day Sandra Bass said to Fufro. You, Emilia, you were the same person who behaved a certain way. As a woman, as I said, and I can't evidence. That's why I can't they've been that year. You're grooming them and I be any palm. I would do offer the whole human being. I will show so.
No, or say Sandra no, Sandra no so deno. Sandra no na kwa deno.
Okay.
So no buy I really disrespecting no so can adject. And then the moka chese had the sini mutu ebu de enya nisa o.
Okay.
So obi esenwa. Whether you are richer, whether what do whether on do you always have to succumb because as a basically you senior. But now say me la person chese like I'm saying
me a celebrity mo sorry na international.
I grow in this one. This is high secondary school.
So looking at the timing of the interview and I yebra Lewin so kwakoye no mivu pimi o sunyane no. It feels like opesa oye bibi de sabotage duono so wa plan dada, which I think say probably maybe Emilia did it on the blind side. We are not in their heads, so we can't even speak for them. But I think they're going for the nyama bi wo say yehu how aye beka no abna yehu how aye beka no when him say why bibi say was set so you don't even see the and like you said we have to fake it till you make him me Emilia bro be na my bibi say actress Sandra Nkobia me can me hu that so be say me be friend interview owo obi you behave the way what it hu egu nipa ne so
you are the squash there if you are the squash
squash does Lewin know say squash na abaso ana
na say ntokwa de ba dia dem odi am me de che wu na yotumi de bewu de say mama make me bro feel back we always spell love a war ntokwa de ba dia aja you
so more squash maybe there's no bad blood between them there is fine. But I think say Emilia should do better. Or you'll be a controversy essential than in it should remain that there are people that have built their brands for over a decade near the idea. They are keeping a clean sheet. So that clean sheet na any man. Me, there are things I know about her. Who in here? You can't even nyani pebi pepe.
Hey, pebi.
Oh, one to say Emilia I shoplifting that. Eba news ni mo. One to say, one to say we jai obi kunu no date obi kunu wa brochire. We jai ni kunu date. Like their stories I want to me funny ni anya because you don't have facts to speak to the matter. You get like and yes a men and make out it's on the net. You Google you get a story on that.
Yeah.
But aside all these things, don't mean you'll be a pepe. So in my head and in my mind, we're keeping a very clean sheet from the beginning of the acting career as I bedroom there on to us sir. Delay there, and say delay there, you go talk, you go talk the matter then talk hard and dig the bones. Now I can't kwakwan or beka. But you Emilia, no, we don't know you to be somebody who to keep conversations to create controversies online. In Japan, or can't nipa ya boni nipa nya boni ni bibi sana. You should keep it in that line. Yeah, pass him.
Mr. Ziga, what's the story that's it? And now what's the story?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think a radio station called me yesterday, but you see, where you say, and the thing is that I can feel, I can understand Lewin.
Why?
Because we are Bema, Bia, a dear Bakwa, and no maybe you do good Bema in Mwasi. Did you kind of Bema ever catch you say, Sebi? What is that? And that's all Bema. Bema is so we are quadro lazy peduma. So, any Bema Sebi, who come Pemuan with Jim. Now we'll do a quarter baby, and I'll game free do a quarter baby. And the Bema a back catch you so undeserved will be.
Oh,
I'm telling you, we are Bema be Timmy be in mass mammy. Especially say what friend will be there. Nen lebia when they what level be on sinning on chair. A ne penny on will be na will be a beer or chair one elbow and not chest or chair. Biologically or baby a bema for the piano so that don't come. You have your friends and the DNA. It's scientifically approved. Who want the DNA? Eti ya say obi ba peer interview. No, I have taken my time to watch it. Now person share the facial construction constitute no the demeanor you know. What's totally unnecessary. It looks like as undeserving to be baby Sandra babe. No deserve Lewen. Lewen is a rich young man. I'm telling you. I be going to see down a bank with 10 billion. And will be at 10 billion. Lewen is Lewen. And that this country, even if I say world class beautiful women in this country want to be with Lewen. Because yes, they say that some people she say they want to be with Lewen. Because our assets obia penical there's a Lewen me more fast than no worry. Get the deep questions on back catch me. You na come blast so for us kono asem nye de. No fast pan. Awuma so. Dia make an watch say. Obia pese obi with Lewen. Why are there? Why a very industrious person. Very enterprise person. Our assets, our sika. Nanye bie otutu kwan. He has seen it all. Let me tell you something. If you do sociology, adia ya chira won say. Flat mistake compounds. Ubi a watena kurase, ya wona kurase. A wajinu we kurase. Unime kurase life. No abetre city. Unime city life. Na watimi akọ school kakra. No otu kwan has seen it all. Has seen all the glitz and glamour. Jolly things. Utimi for baby up. Don't bother test. Those people don't bother test. I'm telling you. Me today. Ubisa me Emilia Brobe. Ah? Per question ubisa again. Ubisa me Emilia Brobe. Say o deserve le way and ask o deserve le way. Remember can say Emilia Brobe could be no deserve le way.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sandra and I say Emilia.
Emilia, I'm talking about the one that asked the question.
Emilia herself, okay.
Because I have seen the people that have also dated that girl before. Jamaican what I say. And meaning their financial status. Meaning baby or Moses. It is a male catcher me say, a be Emilia Brobe or deserve a be or be super catchers and be on deserve for now.
Okay.
It's not about beauty. You get me? They have moved on. Or will now move on. And then I person what try. Me no me kasa some way say me de me na share Lewen and Pabwem because when I saw the video, Mr. T said me so to say this guy na so ntiasem. What way the same thing atre and come mama you are still battling a court case. I cry to Kabiama. Why do you have to do that? But when I took my time to watch and I'm saying that be gay wanya de. Anya de. Ye front to your hofo. Ne di biana ye bu ye ho abomfia. De make what say. Se okofa obi no di mate. Then okofa member of parliament. Then the party that's what made you have moved on, but you still have the person DNA. You still have to respect the person.
True.
Debbie, you still have to respect the person. And you're very careful. All these things was unnecessary. And yeah, it is say amateur presentation say what I read do why you program yeah question program program and you be question who see your question now my year journalism for over 25 years massa me obi obetra mani bia me interview no bia no minimum dia meka me draw numbers and I say me nya jebeko I say all right na me we host two host na do one card me peda ba me busa no question bi and subconsciously man shada say me ba me say no ade no ade no abeba Jamaica no what say there are so many gimmicks and things that you bet me ubenya de ope but there are some questions that you have to avoid it
very unnecessary.
Because when you're there, why ain't you there?
For example, imagine if every interview I could be you saw shoplifting no say man.
Uncle Bayo okay with Chrome ha.
Say can be I could be me
just imagine.
Maybe I have a phobia.
I
think that this thing is you can't Sandra, you can't.
Because say you have moved on. And now we crack catch us say yes so ko shop bi na. Say this be cry ni because now so said the michi and then akwa nu kama ne saa no mani na enti ne se obi anji ni how de bi chi enti se obi do obi atwemprada na oye ya na ye de
Hey, I'm a prisoner next story.
Ayo, obi atwemprada.
Abraham mamembra. Dabi. Abraham mamembra mu ebi e wa ha sei. Say ye kan so a em say e wo say ye kan bibi e fa lere ho so. My observe now for some time. Ma hu say baby a wadru no. E wo ne career mu no. Ni PR is hugely lucky. Okay? And I can mention 3
He's getting
occasions.
bad repertoire.
Yes, instances are. One of the accidents now onya na unfortunately akola ne efri mu no. Anyone who followed sa in community bia no ebeka just say no. You don't come out the way he did. I mean it was not good at all. Okay? They will handle no. Ekofa osofo adum chenu mu ho nyina like it was terrible. O dia no to nchen ya. On say Yewura Daddy Lumba eto ni benkum si. There was a video he did that
ni premier ni Daddy Lumba
no. Every time Bias a premier no takes precedence over everything. But you cannot be going on that tangent. Me ne onwa asema see learning from Nyanka abadida no. I would have taken a certain direction and kebe different kakra from this. You could get the same results. But you see, even when he is speaking, we share the anger na e woni mu na and some no be wako kakrampo a won't. Okay. And then ana wonim wanya a very decent choir of supporters at DBA no or ye video na omo genechi na omo ye there. They are pushing him on. Now wonya ni sa na se wo see kwan so na se wo kasa. You may say things that later you will regret. And the day we are saying the court issue we ebaye. Eti me won say nipa umu peja said there na u handle wo maybe time now we hear your friend say up and coming. That's not the same way you handle yourself when yes, you should know this. And if you keep on going on this tangent now, people will become fed up. Will be tired of you. But just what I say, it's onfa sasemu we no, and yet maybe like a learning curve. Now who know how he can bring out his friend is saying grievances. He will want to take the center stage. But if you want to do that,
or maybe you should have a higher. I was for management be on my bros. What's the one who out to our management can be brilliant. I don't know but when you have management that are your leaders, that's almost they invest in you. I can't say that better. You can't say you.
What's this here? No, industry could do baby. We don't have investors.
Investors.
Yes. Actors and actresses now. Also done producers. Say udu sa point now. Who na wutu manager nika. Into and that's the most dangerous. And on that David Drew hona okofa na tadia na odi ye oyobomofo no. Or they be saying said the be ya. Say like raise your pride bani mu a ohwata ade na. So he should also remember he could take the David formula because they say we be able to do no yentimi ntufo. Me ma so for.
No,
Kojo mene no Jojo but onya madam.
Won't be like won't be ntufo.
Oh bet me ntufo but my rev just some time former vice president of Ghana, Ali Muhammad. We say he had an accident or something. Not a real accident. No more baby convoy, and something happened in front of the convoy. Emma, I say it will be by. It's your original. If you have watched the video, that time there you can know Facebook Live. But if you have watched the video, that time no, the security man, the bodyguard, is shouting, "Get inside!" Yeah! Halifax Benu story. He shouted the vice president to get inside and train of force the room. At that particular time, the woman
In that moment, I'm your boss.
Yes, may yes, massa, at the amount. Massa, and you were Juma and you were Juma. Debia me come, Miss me baha, abba. Maybe ye by United Showbiz, and my chibi anado. We do all no manner, a boys to be a gate now, a formal. Now, security says, I think I watch you, woman say, so come a child, good dog, Zigazi, and I'm so. Meba. After we do a boys, and say, on Bezet, on my better for 7 years, 6 p.m. And I'm so then I'm attend to them, or match it. Are they me manage you? I'm saying, bo. And you met Juma. And then some castle radio soon. I'm met me manage her. Oh, mammy, some manage you. Yeah, just for our day show back to Krabi Yamo. I don't have time to waste. I don't do that. Minya. Jabekwata say, young fancy and say, and you are Juma. Jamaican water say, it is not your job. If your job is to be a manager, you can manage Pop Daddy. If your job is to be a manager, you can manage Elon Musk. Yes. That is money. And your manager, they say at your production. Oh, yes, we producer, Obabana producer, and to Freeway Mami. Say presenter na cast a Freeway Mami. You are a receptionist. You are a receptionist. You are not producer. You cannot control everything. The moment you need what it takes, the guys to control the person now, it means that you are not.
Okay, Ziga, my memory.
You know when to be able to tell your
yes. So to be resign. Me, I know a radio station where somebody or say sports broadcaster, a veteran broadcaster, or banning radio station. Then the radio station man will be a baby asan or you know. What's that? And you say we say. I don't know what the ambassador mean. Or man, yeah, or man of quite. In manager and man of quite. Oh yeah, man of quite. Oh yeah, so yeah, may resign in front of a general meeting. She sit down. You have given the job to me. Let me do it. Maybe I have met my target. They say no, I bet you the many people 2 weeks time they resign. Yes. In Kumasi, yeah, I know. I bet you about the party. Sometimes
my main bro is here now. Let me wait. Unim. Ziga can about former vice president a case, you know. Maybe say America, where they have like the SS Secret Service. Policy ni say the country is being governed by the president, but the body of the president in there it belongs to the Secret Service. What you saw, no, where the security person assigned to the former vice president, you know, Juma say, sit down. One, and vice president, former vice president, and the final Juma. 2, and no na oyini sika ni fini koto komia den edi etuano. So but here is the case, yeah, celebrities, especially in our industry, you know. So nyafa obia even the employing processes, no, obefa onfa manager o, obefa obia openasem. So eti onena nantiache. Eti onfa obia oye professional, you know, a manager to say the Ziga Ekano. It was compromise a honor. A honor who nkofo na oba live na they are urging him on adentia. If he said they owe him a certain loyalty, they owe him says a womo anto praises na amanwa, he can sack them personally. So what do honor and I make sure say now what compromise all those your friend is saying mechanisms now and you put in place to check you yourself, no, you've compromised them. That is where our people are. They will not take a professional manager because they know say a professional manager no ebe step one down. They won't do that. It is here they are going like they are freeway and we will do something now we be intimate now and now your destruction is very close. It made me the mechanism say he himself should know, like you should be self-aware. You become self-aware. Say, baby, I'm no. That self-awareness, you know. Sometimes you see you don't check, but you move from A to maybe a W. Into W, who say only any beam. Into maybe now you will A no. Say yeah, can no beka so obefa professional manager, obey say obey no, obey man on quine. Amo di pakuno am managing. Oh, now say you so many artists in this industry, even a soft one penny for, they are able to take in for like omo yomu production, they take them off. Now, sorry, no good. You know all those instances. And that is where he has gotten to. He should become self-aware of himself. Say, he's probably Ghana's biggest star now. Okay? And when you get to that position now, there are some things you cannot do. And you should be aware of that.
Abba. Ladies and gentlemen, Abba Gaga is in the building.
My colleagues work at PED. I think this issue actually stems from disrespect to authority. So far as an artist, Obotum wa recognize the Muko baby, I need a manager to front me. Shredder, I agree that you need somebody to play that role. Whether the person is a professional, whether the person is your friend, your mother, your father, whoever that person is. Inti se emma nipa ne dem role no. Na se after giving the person the role no, emma no kwan monye dwuma wodo ye because ehunhu da another a big sana, then you are disrespectful to authority. A lot of people in the movies, in the music industry, they'll build themselves up. They'll put in so much hard work. Then after they've been able to gather the numbers, they've been able to achieve that height of stardom. Now I shall say, wakasa by heart. And they feel that when they get to that point, obiye nyu homonoma obotum we pull one down. But coming down that stairs, so that man shall say building brick by brick, brick by brick. No, that is how you are going to lose it brick by brick. And the ebe can be na why ye obi yaw ebe can be na why obi ebufu na nipa na unfollow. The next person unfollows. They start listening. They start watching your movies. They start listening to your music and all that. And kakran. Then it will get to a place where the industry will be blamed. The industry, na wambo. The industry's job is to report what you did. Nanyan. Intino say, I want no afa manager, afa communication specialist. And if there is any industry that where a communication specialist stay Buddha or in industry, almost most people have degrees in communications. Most people have master's degree in various levels of communication. Into say, emfa a communications person, never knew we are. Ente ne numa sama. Na say gradually you pull your brand down or you wawasam. One, lewene nipa bi a erkasa. Wo kase mu numunda ho. Numunda ho as in diction wise. Oyedzan papa de kasa nkrofoti. A lot of your videos yeba na ide atide but we can't actually put words to it. Most of the time it sounds like noise in when you pana adwenem. And wanting to tap into anything to trend, quite strategic. Tapping into anything to trend is quite strategic. You don't just get up and tap for tapping sake. But when it comes to he promoting his movies, his project, he taps into anything. He ends up disrespecting a lot of people. What he doesn't realize is anytime he does this, he loses a chunk of his followership. Yes, Emilia, no question, no obi say no. Sometimes as a presenter says, na ho munum na rebisa question na other one kasa wo gomshin or kasa tro. Ne hu da se me rebisa no. Nyanse nyim. And me share interview, me share that part of the interview. No. The question na Emilia be saying no, it did not stem from Lil Wayne's looks. It stemmed from Nusuban Nancy.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I did not get that. I got.
This is what I got. This is what I got. A good man has nothing to do with looks. A good man is a good man. A good man has nothing to do with looks. But sende menyo woho na you are a good man. no, there is no perfect man, but there are good men. And the menu, irrespective of your looks, you are a good man. Abuo me push him. The brand association that I did with you, wabuam ma komenyim naze. Na so chine bi obi bebi samede. Menu mo hwa. Then there is a question mark. Then motum na mako straight na makade. Ebio e nipa no looks into na ebi samedam. But when suddenly nipa no enda the person is in the news for anything negative, everything negative. Then when you ask me that question, that negativity part also attaches. See, Sala, aba positive, aba nyama positive. One Lumba died. Shemosima, Lil Wayne was all over the place making unnecessary noise. Onu krampole mankrofu bi when one jowo ho. Egu when you mase. Inti, yes, the question no. Emilia nankasa so ntida mama kase no oye obisa question bi onfa nyansa onfa gomhye no mfonto ho. Yes, ye pede ye trend, but on nche de wenum keka wo question bi one then you blurt it out. Don't wanya na dam. Ondwena ho.
Ladies and gentlemen, baby Adrian, we lost our ministers and our soldiers and our pilots less than 2 weeks ago. And after this happened, a lot of prophets, a lot of prophecies came out. Some before, some after. Ama prophecy, you cry ama. You see, our government cries until no committee. One of the ministers of God, I say, almost prophesy before it happened. Prophet Regal Bismarck Boatin, I say, or your head pastor for headquarters of. On the 24th of April, and then he posted this on Facebook. Because after our usual daily prayers on Command Center Prayer Network, I had a short nap, and around 2 a.m., I had a vision. In this vision, I saw myself sitting in front of my television set, and I was watching one popular international broadcasting channel, and there was an announcement that there is a plane crash, and many lives have been taken. And I looked at the plane, and it was Air France. That has been taken off from Africa to Europe. It was an outrageous scene, but we pray to God for mercy. Number 2, I saw a military plane crash in Ghana here, and it was Ghana military plane attacked. We pray for mercy and God's timely interventions. I am Messiah, and God's mouthpiece over nations and kingdoms. Forever His word is settled in heaven. Yes. And I think said Daddy Lumba so thereby on the 13th of June was saying, quick notice from the prophet. Daddy Lumba fans around the world should gather and keep him in prayers, especially this month. After prayers this morning, I decided to sit in my couch and rest and meditate. While meditating, my spirit entered into Lumba's house and his room, and I saw him lying down lifeless. And the man was telling me he died from dementia. I saw the nation mourning. Join me as we all intercede him. God have mercy. Prophet Regal, welcome to Needs 100.9 FM.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you for honoring our invitation.
You are welcome. You're very much welcome.
Perfect. So now let's start with the military plane crash.
Right.
I'll ask this question again since you are sitting in front of me. Say nyame nim so bit obey yes ade ache. Na se untumi nyehwe fa ho. Why then does he give it? Say we if God knows that ade you unu ho, you will not get access. They will not listen to you. If he knows that you in particular, they will not listen to you or they oba beka no. Enko du bedwemu a. Ade na obeka ache.
Medase Edika Emechia with you for and our entire production and all the great people around. We are. One thing about the prophetic ministry is that anytime God gives a word, and then whenever a prophetic word is being offered or a prophetic word is being declared, there are reasons and purpose and amede and commission a di no eba. Adia ba kwa how mine ignorance and disobedience. So anytime God gives us a prophetic word, that we should come out and declare that prophetic word onto a particular nation. One way or the other, God is looking for a way to preserve people, the lives of humanity.
because Amos chapter 3 verse number 7 it says, the Lord God does nothing unless he reveals to his servants the prophet. So long as humanity is involved, God will always speak to his prophet. In the prophetic word, God is looking for a way to preserve people, preserve the lives of humanity. Enti adi anybody the beto abontia na Nyankopon de adi any brain na se de beto abontia. Definitely the last time kasa me catch you say me papa de no. After that me catch you say nkofo catch him say they saw it, idea connected to him, but they did not let Oman fee. So
they didn't tell him about
they didn't tell him about it.
MPM Minister for Environment and as a Minister for Defense there now.
The meka papa Lumba de no.
Lumba de no.
Calls came say you God was ready to preserve the man or the life of our dear father. God was ever ready to preserve him. But the BNA said because of stubbornness, many ignorance, any disobedience, they did not listen to the word of God. No, and then this is we buy. It is sometimes when God gives us the word, there are so many avenues that we can, capitalize on those avenues and reach out to them. And at the end of the day, God will bring about salvation and deliverances onto the life of whosoever is involved. But to that we overlook it. Overlook na ye no ene ma sa nyoma we nyina eba no. I believe say nyame nkwa na me share nkom no menua madifo bebre kasaye ba kokora ka say ohwehwe asumasi me sure so oteye when pay attention to it ebia anie eti eba ne sa na ene koma ede yoni what do you call it, all these kinds of consequences that we are witnessing today. Enye ye penny say ebia e be hye nkom say sabi ebunu sabi eson bibi say besi na si. No, penisa, but we are there as gatekeepers of the nation. Say nyame nam yeso emfa ogie emere oman no. Nyame fa yeso emfa ogie emere asumesi. But say ade ne ba na se nipa kro no asonya den na anamuntu wo so otu no wantu a na sabi pacho ne die mu a e de sa normal we nyina eba.
Now I saw other ones. I mean to be more voice no has.
Right.
But I can talk about it. Also IGP ever resigned.
Yes, nya ko ye bom pa ya ma no. Say omo de yaba say bibia ni a.
Okay, yes, presidential envoy for interfaith and communal relations.
Yeah.
Nti bibia ni na chese.
Yen ko ho asem. Yeah, yen fa through that ni yen fa yen ko
ka. It is how de no ko.
Ye de be fa ho.
Wo de ko na say now. Is it hindering you people, sir?
Oh, media one way or the other, and I see this this thing as a very very crucial way. It will help for us to meet them, to interact with them. But the question is, say you cancel mom de beko and answer mom fanko. Because most of the times when the prophetic word comes, we find it very difficult, to reach out to them and to speak to them and say what God wants to do with them. And he said, "Akonya say yaba me sure say me nuanoma asofo na me nuanoma difo no avenue a omo create say yemfa so nchi asumasi e bi ehu sister abena yenya ho asem na yenya connection bia ye kɔ hɔ a e bi obi bo be frɛ say sister abena ho asem bia ba ene ebra na betie eno beboa etimi hu ni say is a very good gesture me hu ni say beboa pa.
Now with let's take them as you saw the military plane here. Did you try to reach in anybody from Parliament? Did you? Because if you understand Jonas saying, "I hope on their strength some somehow." Now, office have to totally no say what the back heaven now. So this is say it. I was saying, "Can you be to Jubilee House?" Was it Papa? You literally like because Namibia mouth. Also for this, like if we are going by Christianity, if we are going by Christianity, they were prosecuted.
That's true, right?
You are supposed to be prosecuted for the Lord.
Means right here. Because
of show being question was
no question.
See, I made it to social media.
Yeah.
Every cry hunipa and I saw for wow, but Jenny say because of a truthful difference.
No correct.
May I show us a minister that is not the 10th or the 11th prophecy he has said about himself.
Yeah. What you be?
That's on this way we say way. So didn't you think that you could have gone the extra mile instead of just a Facebook post? Because this was the lives.
Yes.
I mean, she should feel quite because Abaga guy.
Na me pedem bisa parliament asem no so for kan low key dey elukwe wel babachi. Na me so che dey suro. Na question pedem bi so for nye dey. Say kan Bible ma. Ezekiel said, "Mem pedem sure also Ezekiel. Me kaida there was a time when Yankopon kitchen don done aside for I am 430 days. 20 days. We no more sunny 10 the other side for another 40 days. ekuri wo ma wora ahye wanyi na wo friend den ono so mebe na ne din wo mitim Hosea wo ma wora nyame ma wora ahye wanyi because na Nyankopon pedo ote odo wo ma na man mosi mo ote nti si ala asofo na wo ho Nyankopon o ma hon the mandate na so oyi kire ho ni wi a oyi ne keke anado oyi kire ho na ibi wo ho this sofo no do there awu yede another yede. I'm asking all this because Fayo Jayala Osinde abana man kala and sana wa kweke deliver message woman transportation and sana ended those and what's her name granting another interview mosido then you na kan onyika osini Range Rover and watan onyika and abana man transportation and sana waba onu kriyala he prophesied about there was one of them I know one a chapel. There was one of them. I know one a chapel. The first instruction that came after the prophecy he gave was that so young crowd 400 umpona waro or say so from under one kwa me excuse na menko. That was the first instruction. And then the other part of the video was Abrenti ene bunchar we oya na ade gunudo no catching the way chum. Now, the person will go based on the trust or wo as nyaminipa de ekem. Into work when I work with Kowuno or your wana na nebusiempo beblin.
The one who was at the church and commissioned by he did not go. On down for the call because of a D and a BNA because of a D and a buy anything no. Who they also after Martin one call. Banke Bianca or disregarding commission and call and keku see a and I give on one stubbornness and on one disobedience. Anytime a prophetic word is being given, there is a corresponding actions to it. It is in a media day bar and one among two also too. You don't sit down idle, you don't sit down, you in your comfortable home say, oh, and come shabba just like that. Mean your there be a come ask himself. So wouldn't nipa crowd baby, either saw your sofa and answer. Oh, Uda saw your sofa and now on your D4 or young wine. So be cry. I dear fast shabba and wants him. Will be catching a while to one among, irrespective of wherever the ten is coming from. Say your D4 or your Sumafo or your Malap. Baby be a dead free baby. Say for Shebre more some dia to one among.
As for me, my question is it's so funny how when the prophecies come, it is not as loud. As a Syria, all of a sudden the prophecies are everywhere. And prophecy no NNC and emotion. I don't want to was yet to the NTO. As some Syria now as a back in the a friend after the answer to be broadcast.
It be any good thing, say, no, Obianca wants them. It's Syria. People begin to reach to us. Ebiana somebody IGP comes by and come one of your sister stations and a DM call and Kokan wants them. Ebiani on say enquire, but a sister Siana, then people begin to bring out the video, say, hey, Regal can want some more, Yama can want some children.
Because of Regal, I'm for IGP, we all know where the police headquarters. Police headquarters here were here. They are sure to work as IGP was him. Would the Shanaka just be a group of IGP? Would I mean, because if
you're 2-1 among her.
Because you're 2-1 among your training now. So we are saying, enjoy you. Whatever is in the spiritual realm, it is going on. So don't you think? I feel like if God has given you that mandate, because Nakupon has a Juma show, so you say we bet you into the show, sir. It's a show that also say about you.
I've tested the committee, you know. I tested them yesterday. I've been testing them. I'm here to, you know, have a response from them. And until now, I'm still, you know, I've tested on WhatsApp concerning the number they posted on the letter. I've called, I've tested. I'm here to hear from them.
But now it looks as though I say higher competition amongst the prophets. Like everybody wants to be the one that will say something. And now
I'm not seeing it like that.
No, Japan, I'm fun away. I'm fun.
No,
I'm kind of bad moon away.
You know the dispensations that we are in now. When you read the book of Joel, the Bible says your sons and daughters will have visions and will dream. So we are in this era, and it will be coming from all angles and all walks of life. And I'm not seeing any competition. Me side here, I'm not seeing any side, and I'm not seeing any realms of competition with whatsoever. And I said, any move of competition be me say the woman who no more can want them because God is ready to preserve them and God is ready to deliver them call for.
I want to ask a last question before I let my pundit ask you or say whatever they want to say. Say nyankopon ye kase nyankopon yade akere ubia sometimes in never be wo I think say anka the privacy part asembu aye nka nkire ubia yeah show be but now it looks as though it's in the middle of the church. That is when things that shouldn't become like I only say I can't abont him obi ate no a ho na aso for na di for no omo person omo ye and also no when who nipa corner can't you do anything about it your friend say you the man say chill
okay
it's when who me and I say me nya anti wa asem na eti mewu it won't be nya hwemfa wo na nko e kire wo na na
so long as nyame de adi na ba no there are a lot of people among come shaba. Yeah, we've dealt with this secretly. We are all intercessors. When God calls you as a prophet, He makes you He raises you as an intercessor as well. Behind the scenes, we didn't reach out to them. But when a kind of saying, when it becomes so much important, so we have to reach out to you. That's when we come out to make sure, say wherever you are, we must find you. Na yemfa edi eni nchiro na bia osubibi wo se wo ye dey ye ka kire wo na wotu ho anamon na bia wo ye bibi se na bia wotu anamon bi na bia anamon na wotu no enye kwan bia enye na ya kire wo se bia maame wo nam kwan bi so na me pese kwan na nam so free so when free so say neighbor what I say. So prophecies it comes for exhortation, comfort, and warnings. And most of the prophetic, we are cautioning people. Say we are giving in a form of admonishment, admonishing them. Say, since a free walk on ye de wo ye ni say, and I'm one between guy, o ko kwan bi so jai, onu obi kru na ti jai. Ye say, one tie na ko so ye de so wo ya, e na kofa saa ensem ni nyina eba no.
But more question the matter of Mr.
Oh, very any question. But my memory baso. Why are there? Because I bind the directives nearby, you know. Also, a friend number is
yeah.
Me, I'm a friend with a free and come out. Every a very good friend.
And I GP pedio no kind. Okay, say a man paying so for best sabotage.
And look at I say the baby hallelujah. And the baby cry hallelujah.
And rock cross back who is from McDonald and so the Munya connections are not.
You see, my mature. Oko Bible ma. 2 cases in Bible. Tama Uriah, David Kofa Uriah.
Yeah.
Odifo Nathan, we trying to short because of time. Odifo Nathan, one kind of public. Oko David ho, and Okoyi no. Oyusu we applied native wisdom. If you answer, and or then the the same scenario, the same EDB. It's a New Testament, whereby John the Baptist, Herod Tukofani,
yeah,
he said it in public and he was beheaded. They make what I say. Stories the all Bible no. So we hear theology, you show rationales behind the stories.
Yeah.
And ya dear BSc Bible na stories can see a come here so the Debbie. Yeah, we pick something from it. They make what I say. She Oba Ghana. Oh. Emre bia ntia in commission. Emre bia organ bia ntia in commission. And there freedom of religion, assembly, freedom of worship, and it's normal. The freedom of religion na ye kan. Anen kofo entiasi. E person kire say. And now kwa Gambia, Yaya Jammeh before be free soon. Would declare Gambia as Islamic state. Cause Somalia, I'm declare an Islamic state. And there are some states, countries that declare no Islamic state, it be a Christian state near there. But Ghana, there was still freedom of religion and worship and the practice. Eti, ahani yen shall say, teaching say join religion we say. And near kind of freedom of religion. They make an say. But your practice and religion, it does not your constitution recognize it. No. The constitution of this country does not recognize any religion in the country. It is a Bible President Boga na a Christopher be yeah ebe bompa any recognition. Ye free say ye religious country. It is say but constitution there and recognize it. Use our constitution and Christianity and Kabia. It is say we show being come you show being come now kwa catch and is obewu ukwa catch and say the juma bebono ukwa catch and say bibi be no in public ne the panitia and nam said this country ye need blasphemy law ukwa England ye fell law be blasphemy law is separated from the mother constitution which ye the shame susem sa no ma no Kenya for cry adopted that ye ni bi ni akodi susu masam. So the constitution, I say, the laws of this country, the Criminal and Offences Act, will deal with it as the physical realm. Because what can so be you a choir fast or the panibu, a big rabbit mass swami aquacuno, a be ye need spiritual ibia. As a same running new D, and ye castle, what cause fear and panic? Just chapter 5 for our constitutional, it can be freedom of a fundamental human right. So, me over catch me say me ah, what the idea be a semimu? What Jim me fa who DNA me freedom me free me say me twa na me dwendwene na me sugu me yam all the me chano and no namra na pese saade no obi be ka saade na ma na di obi so eti amra na si etia enu ti na president ni si kana ese me chew tie ni yo ese ka me chew ade na waye no ba me chew na mom onya prophecy na me office wo come submit that prophecy no ye te say go for say vet in scrutinize no whatever catch ye be padi pana ade ne fa no no then you have the person one on one they make an what I say ubenya ni pana one no explain the action na something na some rather than say ubaba be can the public na ko fa some the aba last one we dey 3 seconds well yeah okay me hwe ni date no eputu odu say na o ma sofo ni bi asam si ya na o ma heda akwakoye asori Tierio. Yes, about come back date here, you know. Omo said that kwashe instruments they said yeah so light. All the lights ni bibia te said yeah so no had that no had that date no crow kan de no wi an ye twa beto te said wa kan da no munum sha munum ya yesu enu he. Masa. Oh ba hu bebre bit mi moni dingu na mu ase. Ama ye eyi bai bebre ba hu bebre. Uhu ya no ehu ya Yahu bebrebe o munyai saade no adana make can confront mass. These are things that something has been taken out of prophecy and you can so be a prophet as well a criminal. Oh, you treating the person as a criminal. It shouldn't be like that. And I more catch you know. Adana make kind people don't get didn't get me. More catch you know. Woman na massa problem naba. Danka William Sawyer ayo me Bishop was your prophecy papa sa ayi issue what is what say obone bo amaziwa what do money bo ma to crisis ya mon pie man about 2 months ago me bo pie ni bi nam wo ayi asore but onye hu dede Jamaica what say it to dan number or your prophecy be to ho wa ye kumase prophecy bi ehuhu yeah a lot ba mumu de mu come enam say go for commercialize prophecy ni ntino opeso bia hu sese ni ntino yes etuma yama animonyam na frim eti say o man pani ye bibia ye mfrem akosombo we ye kobompa ye obi ankatwi ni ho covid de ba ye kobompa jubilee house ni atwamu aja branding nye mosisa no branding nye e kame kwa kobia be ti say papa we si o shano one corner on pen once o se maka fa dance e dey akọ date eputo kan eputo ni na abam yeah Facebook post eputo ni na abam that is how it's supposed to be. Why are you rushing? You rush say ekoi hwe bon samsu make prophecy yeah sorceress yes so oh yes saman krom yes so kofre Samuel ayi na me say it be done on me it be cast am na abem ba be prophet me evangelist be preach
carrot card or honey sorceress diviners oh sure
yeah you are baby kra onwem sa aba no wotia by now
so for it way there say no can no do you have anything to tell your fellow pastors out there
yeah me catch the menu so yeah bra papa ziga e kan I think so wakani nyina I think it's high time we adopt maturity
because there is now no decorum in there
there's no decorum and you know I must see an need gone are the days now what is a man of God is coming out there is a level of respect
and respect
what you say but these are the days the moment we hear your name a prophet this guy has come to extort of us of our money let's all begin to run away and stuff like that and I think it's high time yenkofo ni bi omusu ni omuban and ama sebi obi menya sure so obi any over time odi for ananze obetim come sure over time but because of yenkofo bi suban ni ye ne ye bi ntino and ama ene sa nsem bebrebe nyina aba no I believe say it's hard time when the prophecies comes, we apply wisdom, maturity when it comes to the matter of delivering. Then I make us say the honorable Eddie Abano, I believe say is a very good way. Was here faso. Said be obi walk around and commission ne ba. I sorry them cry when obi walk around and come on. Obeti me adwene ho sa. Said ye papa echiche sanity. Me told her, oh, you're crying can't just so you're what me leave you 50 years, 40 years. But the moment the doctors discover, say, Charlie, this is what is going on. You have this, you're diagnosing this, all of a sudden, or subconscious mind, begin to deal with you, and nobody not accept it, and then you begin to move by whatsoever the mind is telling you. And I believe says commission ever said the papa de kwanya, we will use that channel, and then we will reach whosoever that is involved. And then I believe it's a very good decision.
So for our phone number, maybe I'll be person or reach out to you.
My phone number is 0535 17 55 98. 0535 17 55 98. 0535 17 55 98. Me was Sakumono Estate.
Yeah. So thank you very much for honoring our invitation. Thank you. Pacho, wait a move and say, ya jemo time, baby. Ya kakofa 12 o'clock news.
Akete boge nkete ni bia ye helicopter yi Ghana Armed Forces wo mo dia